Today we're going to be destroying my RTX 4080 once again. I did a video like this before, but it was kind of broken, so today I'll be making an updated version. I'm going to be using a combination of some intense shaders and texture packs to see how much FPS we can get. My PC stats are in the description below. I have updated all my graphic drivers all up to date. I'm using a 1440p resolution and dedicated 10GB of RAM into my Minecraft version. So I think we're ready for this. Just want to mention that some of the shaders and texture packs might not be as intense, but may lag more than some intense shaders and texture packs. But that's because some of the shaders like SHURE PTGI are much more known, and I'm pretty sure it was created by a team that coded it well. Whereas some shaders may just be created by someone at home that doesn't really have the best resources or just isn't a great coder. Therefore, shaders like SHURE PTGI may run smoother than some other shaders. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would really appreciate if you guys watch this video to the end, as I only need another 1000 hours of watch time to get monetized on YouTube. Also, make sure to drop a like, don't be selfish, and subscribe if you're new. My name is Jbuilds, and let's get right into it. Firstly, let's try and get the most FPS we can achieve. So I'm going to go into the super flat world, no shaders, no texture pack. Let's put the render distance all the way down, change the game rule random tick speed to 0, turn all the particles off, and now we're peaking around 2800 FPS, which I guess is playable, right? Okay, now let's do the opposite and let's break it. I had to decide which version I wanted to play on, as you know, there is an Optifine and Iris version. However, comparing them two together, you get a better performance with Iris, but with Optifine you achieve a better quality of the shader. As you can see here, we are using the Kappa PT with Iris, and this is with Optifine. So I decided that I'll be using Optifine for this video. Anyways, it's time to burn this thing. First up, let's load into a normal world, and we're getting around 2800 FPS so far. Now I have a couple of intense shaders that I want to try with different texture packs. But first up, let's try out this new shader that I found, and I'm pretty sure many of you don't know about this one. It's called Intonation Shader. It looks absolutely amazing, but we can see that we dropped dramatically from 2800 FPS to peaking 70 FPS. We dropped a total of 2730 FPS just from this shader. But as I said, it's a new shader and it still has updates to come, so the coding may not be fully developed for performance wise. Now I'm pretty sure if we turn a texture pack on with this one, we will break it already. But let's do it anyway. Let's try the legendary RT texture pack first. Okay, so this actually didn't change anything in the FPS section, which is pretty cool but strange at the same time. Now let's boost our render distance all the way up. Okay, so we dropped around 15 FPS and we're still hitting around 50 FPS, which is pretty good. And yo, this seed is actually pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I'll drop it in the description. Let's turn all of our animations on to see if there's any difference. I mean, it drops around 20 FPS minimum, which is actually pretty good to be honest. However, I wouldn't really enjoy the game as I feel the lag pretty heavy. Also, don't forget that I'm using the FPS counter app as well as OBS for recording this video, so it's definitely taking some FPS off us. Okay, let's try a new texture pack with a different shader. I'm gonna go for NostalgiaVX with Patrix texture pack. We can see that we're getting roughly around 20 FPS, which we definitely dropped a little, but here, considering we have all these settings on and we're still hitting 20 FPS, is crazy. I'm also using the 128 resolution of Patrix, as the 256 is basically made for 4K and I only have a 1440p monitor. So we would really see no difference in the visual part, but we'll still turn it on later, as I know this one will definitely take at least 10 minutes to load in. Anyway, so far it's looking pretty good. Let's try another texture pack and shader. This time I'll go for Stratum texture pack and Continuum shader. Okay, this one isn't as bad as we're still getting around 40 FPS, but we can see that the foolish part on this one is a big difference compared to Patrix. However, the reflections on these combinations are truly amazing. Just look at some of these blocks. Okay, we dropped to 7 FPS once placing them blocks, but when we look at them from a distance, we're still hitting the 40 FPS mark, sometimes even 50. Okay, time for a new combination. Let's try Kappa PT with Realiscraft. Okay, this one looks amazing, not gonna lie. We can see that the GPU is having a hard time now hitting around 10 FPS. Which is understandable, as we can see that this texture pack changes all the blocks, giving them a 3D effect. Honestly, for the settings we have currently on, getting around 10 FPS is still decent, but I wouldn't enjoy the game like this. Okay, let's go and actually finish this off. I'll be pairing SHURE PTGI HRR3 with Patrix 256 and let's see what happens. Okay guys, after like 10 minutes of loading in, we're finally in and we're getting literally 2 FPS. I can't move or do anything. We done it guys. I don't know what can run this texture pack, but I guess maybe the 4090 GPUs can manage it. We're also getting 2 FPS as the chunks are still loading in, but it's going to take forever to load everything in. So let's decrease it down to the closest render distance and see what happens. That did absolutely nothing. We're still hitting 2 FPS, but the blocks look absolutely amazing though. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, you're a legend. Also drop a like and subscribe and spam RIP in the chat for my GPU. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.